Don't tell me you're still asking for referrals, because if you are, you're missing huge opportunities to find motivated sellers. Today, I want to share with you how you can find motivated sellers easily to form massive lists in any city across the US without having to wait for a referral to come to your business. Hi, my name is Zach, and today I want to talk to you about how you can find motivated sellers because it's easier than you think. A lot of times, business owners in real estate think that you have to always ask for referrals or build relationships, which is true, or go door knock, which is also true, or cold call, which is also true. But the best way to find motivated sellers these days is to use data. Data is easily accessible to anyone that knows where to find it. One of the best examples of a way to find motivated sellers is using data from a tool called PropertyReach. PropertyReach is a new data platform with over 158 million properties with 130 filters to help you find motivated sellers and a bunch of other data such as pre-foreclosures, bankruptcies, contact information, MLS information, pretty much anything you can think of dealing with a property. You can find it. I love this tool because I can jump into PropertyReach, click a quick filter that shows me all the pre-foreclosures in an area, which means people's homes are about to get taken away from them by the bank. I can call them and help them out of a bad situation. That's just one of the ways to find a motivated seller. There's also pre-probate, there's also bankruptcies, there's also vacant homes, there's also zombie properties, there's tired landlords. There are a variety of ways to find these motivated sellers. So back to the original point, if you're waiting for them to come to you versus just going out and getting them, then you're really just sitting on the sidelines waiting for your business to grow instead of you taking charge. So today, let me show you how you can use PropertyReach to find these motivated sellers.
So here we are inside of PropertyReach, and we want to look in Houston, Texas for motivated sellers. Once you're inside of PropertyReach, the quick filters makes it super easy and simple to start searching through potential sellers. So the first one we've got is on market. Now, on market means that a property is available on the open market, which means the MLS or multiple listing service. If I click right here to the right, I'm actually hovering over this question mark, it will tell you what each of these quick filters means. Here it says properties with current status of active, pending, or contingent, and it does remove rental properties. So these are properties that you can go purchase. Right now, someone is selling them, so they're clearly motivated. So it's possible to just look through on-market deals to run your numbers to find a property that is actually a deal from a numbers perspective. Right next to it, you have failed listings. A failed listing is a property that's been withdrawn from the market, but it may have a listing agreement in place. A listing agreement means the seller of that property may have an agreement with a real estate agent. These agreements usually last 6 months, but it's possible that there's an agreement in place where if that property doesn't sell, they can relist that property. But the failed listing means that it was pulled off the market. So that still means that the seller is very motivated and wants to sell their home. It just didn't sell the first time. So maybe you're able to come in and make an offer that is enticing, that they like, and they end up doing a deal with you. Beside that, you have expired listings. An expired listing means the property's listing agreement ended. Now, this is a big deal. It's probably one of the top options for finding a motivated seller. An expired listing means the agreement with the real estate agent is done and the home did not sell. So timing this right after someone tried to sell the home, they either didn't get an offer or their offers weren't ones they expected. They now have been on the market for a period of time and the home didn't sell. You are able to come in and hopefully come in with a good offer or some type of creative way that you can get a deal done. So this is a great place to start for motivated sellers, is the expired listings filter. Beside that, you have pre-foreclosures. This is, in my opinion, on par with expired listings for motivated sellers because these are homes that the banks or the lenders are looking to take away from owners because they're not paying their mortgage. So someone has been sent notice that, hey, you're not paying your mortgage. We're going to take your home. These are people who need to sell. So it's great if you can come help them with an offer. So they are highly motivated because the last thing you want to do is lose the home and you don't get anything. Be better to sell the home for a profit. Yes, you have to go find somewhere else to live, but it's not taken from you. So pre foreclosure is a great quick filter to use. And then you have liens, which is outstanding debt on properties owned by the bank, auctions, homes with high equity, meaning there's a lot of value in the home. Equity is the difference between what the market value is a property and how much debt is owed. So high equity would mean something like a home that's owned free and clear, but it's worth $500,000 if they sold it today, which means they have equity of $500,000. Cash buyers, which means they bought the home in cash, so they own it free and clear. And then tax delinquencies, which are homes that are behind on their taxes. Now, these are some great quick filters. These are what we perceive to be some of the top options for just easily clicking something and being able to see a list of those homes. At any point in time, if I wanted to take the next step, I could then select all of these homes. I could go to save properties. I could save them as Houston, Texas. I could call them expired listings. I'll just do a quick abbreviation. And then I can save all of these properties to a new list. What's great is as soon as I do that, I can do what's called a skip trace. A skip trace just means get owner information. Because I got my list of expired listings, I now want the information for the people on this expired listing. And once I have that information, I can either pull this list out and put it into some type of CRM to track who I'm contacting. I can put this into Excel. I could leave it in here and keep track. So I've got options once I have this list of 3,592 contacts that I now have. So what's fantastic is now I can see the owner's name of each property. I can then see their phone numbers here and email addresses. So this allows me and my team to call these owners or email these owners multiple times until we get in touch to make an offer on the properties. So this is exactly how easy it is to find motivated sellers and to get their information. Now from here, it's just finding one that wants to do a deal.